Hey everybody, Jonathan Gorman from iCreative, and today we're going to learn about removing our old version of our Shutterwise email address from our device and adding the new one. It's pretty quick setup, but what I wanted to also let you know is that Apple came out with a brand new operating system for the iPhone and iPad this week. If you've installed that software and you're running Apple's latest, the screen might look a little bit different, and I'll show you the differences in just a second. If you want to figure out exactly what version you're running, you're going to click on Settings, you're going to scroll down to General, and then you're going to go to About. I'm running, where it says software version, I'm running 14.0. So there's one very subtle difference in where we find the mail settings. If you go to yours and you're running 13 dot something, the only difference is how we get to the settings for mail. So let's pretend for a moment that you're on iOS 13, unlike my phone. Once you go into settings, you're going to scroll down, and just after the section that has App Store, Wallet, and Apple Pay, where on my screen it says passwords, on yours it will say passwords and accounts. And when you click on passwords and accounts, it's going to look exactly like where I'm about to take you in the mail settings. So on iOS 13, you'll go to settings, passwords, and accounts, and you're going to see a list of all of your accounts. And that's where I'm going to show you now on iOS 14. If you're running iOS 14, on this screen, you'll notice that we're not going to go into the passwords one. We're going to go to Mail. And when we go to Mail, we're going to select on Accounts. And this is what it would look like on iOS 13 if you went to Passwords and Accounts and scroll down a little bit. It's going to show you all of the email addresses that you've got set up on that phone. Now, you may only have one or you may only have two, but the screen is going to look something like this. At the bottom of all of your accounts that are on the device currently, there's going to be this option to add an account, and that's what we're going to use in a minute. Let's pretend for a moment that my current Shutterwise email address on this device is the one that we're looking at right now that says repairs. How do I remove my old Shutterwise account? I just tap on repairs, scroll to the bottom, and click on delete account. On your screen, it might say remove account, but the option is going to be at the very bottom, and that's what you're going to choose. It may take a moment for it to delete that old account, not to worry. When it's done deleting, it's going to take you back to this screen, and you'll notice that the account, the Shutterwise account, is no longer going to be listed there. So now I want to add back my Shutterwise account, the same one that I just deleted. I just need to re-add it again. So if I just deleted my um, sales@shutterwise.net email address, I'm now going to go add it back in. So to do that, I'm going to click on Add an Account, and I'm going to select Microsoft Exchange, and then I'm going to put in the actual email address. Oops, if I could just type. Now, the description is what it's going to look like in the list of all your email accounts when you're in the mail program. So in the case of sales, if I was setting this account up on my device, I'm just going to call this sales. And that way, when I'm looking at all of my different accounts, I'll even put it in caps. You'll see what it looks like in a minute. And we'll say next. The next screen is going to say, hey, do you want me to do some weird settings? We're going to say no, we just want to sign in. And now it's going to ask us for the password. You'll notice that it's taking us to GoDaddy.com, and I'm going to click on I'm punching in my email address password, and I'm going to click on sign in. Of course, I don't have the correct password. Maybe there's two L's. I think there might be two L's. Okay, so then it says, do you want to save the password? Yeah, we would like to save the password. It's also, there's a chance that it might ask you for a recovery email address. I would just put that as admin@shutterwise.net. This is just in case you get locked out of the account. it'll send Chris an email and she'll be able to rescue you. It's going to ask you about permissions. You're going to say accept. And now it's done. When you get to this screen, you want to make sure that only mail is checked. So we're going to uncheck contacts, calendars, reminders, and notes. This is a very, very important thing. When that's done and only mail is checked, you're going to click on Save. And now the account has been added to this device. And you'll notice when I look at the list of them, it just says sales. The reason why is because what you put in the description field is what it's going to look like when you open the mail program and you're looking at all of your different mailboxes, you see? So this is kind of a nice trick to know about. Whatever you want it to look like when you're actually in email is what's going to be whatever you put into the description field. And that's all there is to it. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you later.